We like to build up all the anticipation.
Wait for it.
Let's say hypothetically that I don't know anything about fly fishing.
Yeah, right?
It was like this instant 8-way man crush.
I'm on the fence.
Yeah. The time we've been doing this podcast, I've never seen Uncle Buck perk up his dolphin procreation. Like you just flipped up out of your chair.
Yeah, he just blew out his blowhole.
What are you talking about?
And that's pretty much my dream coming true, is to actually meet you guys.
Yeah. Well, I'm the humblest guy I know.
Work and do trade shows in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. You meet some pretty wild guys.
You blew it! I'm the worst PR person ever. Fire me.
All right, we're back. We're still down here in the Outfitter Hall. Listen, Keystone Valley Ranch is here, and they're from, I don't want to say it wrong, Shermansdale, PA.
Shermansdale, yep.
Ian, nice to meet you, boss.
You too.
How long have you guys been doing this? Where are you from?
8 years.
8 years?
Yep.
What do you guys offer for the public?
We have a hunting preserve there. We specialize in white-tailed deer from 120s all the way up to over 300.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
You imagine that, Kyle?
No, I can't.
And it's in our backyard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, what is the size of the ranch?
200 acres.
200 acres?
Yep.
Yeah.
They got, you guys hunt rifles and archery or archery only up there?
Any weapon.
Any weapon up there?
Yeah, any weapon from usually middle of September till the end of January.
And is that your typical hunting season?
Yeah. I mean, and we also do like some exotics, some rams and stuff like that. So those you can hunt all year long.
I got you. So when people come up, do they have to get a Pennsylvania hunting license too?
No license is required. You know, it's and I mean, a lot of guys will bring a bow. If they can't get one with a bow, they can borrow a rifle.
Sure, absolutely. And we're down here in row 5600 in the Outfitter Hall, guys. If they have any questions for you, you have a social media outlet, website?
Yeah, we're on Facebook, and then we're also on www. Valley.
I got you. So if somebody comes down and hunts with you guys, well, where would they stay at? Is there lodging there?
Yeah, we have a lodge right in the middle.
Yeah.
This place got nine bedrooms or something like that, and it's real nice.
Sweet.
And the price includes everything. That's meals, lodging, taking care of the deer.
And what am I looking at here on the television? What kind of sheep are these?
Some Corsican rams we have right there. Yeah.
And that's something also that you guys offer. Holy mackerel! Look at the curls on him. Look how beautiful he is.
Yeah, they were all full curl or better.
Yeah. And these whitetails here, there's 4 giant mounts, guys. If you can come down here in the Outfitter Hall and see Keystone Valley Ranch, you got some beautiful deer on your property.
Thank you.
Yeah, I come by and we're trying to talk to most of the outfitters that we can get to that, and these 4 bucks just stopped me and went, oh, look. And then I saw Shermansdale, PA, neighbors. I went, yep, they're the guys we want to talk to.
Yeah.
Right up the road.
Absolute freaks.
You're driving.
No, you're driving.
When you guys come down to your ranch, is it like blinds hunts? Are you guys sitting in tree stands?
We do a little bit of everything. We have box blinds. We have ladder stands. We do a little spot and stock, but that's tough. I mean, anywhere that's tough. But we do most blind hunts.
Yeah.
And some of them are on the ground, some of them are up in the air a little bit.
I got you. And I'm looking at the video in the background, guys. It does look just like our backyard, the Pennsylvania woods for sure.
Yeah, it's
gorgeous in there.
And
look at that, Kyle, right there. Look at that.
Yeah.
He's got a buck in his sights. Nice. Now I can totally see that, like out back in my backyard, because we have woods that look just like it. It looks like just like my backyard, but I don't have bucks like that in my backyard.
That's what the fence is for. That keeps them in.
Yeah.
I tell you what, buddy, you got some beautiful whitetails.
Now, how long do guys typically come up for a hunt?
3-day hunt.
3-day hunt?
Yep.
Okay.
And if you, if you're there 3 days and you don't see what you want, you don't get what you want, you come back, same price, no extras, till you get it.
Awesome.
3,500 square foot lodge. Boy, it looks really nice, man.
Yeah.
You guys do a nice job.
Looks like Catfish's house.
It sure does, doesn't it? Even the couches match.
That's right.
I don't know. You might have more turkeys at your house though, Catfish.
Oh, we can fix that. We'll get down to see Ian. We'll bring him some turkey mounts.
There you go.
We need some more room.
Well, you just come up. We got turkeys in there too.
Do you really?
Oh yeah. Well, they fly in and out. But, there's always some in there.
Oh, I can't wait. I want to come check this out. At least come down to your ranch and check it out. Maybe do a longer podcast with you guys, Ian.
Yeah, sure.
This is Keystone Valley Ranch, guys, and they're Shermansdale, PA. Definitely go go check them out. You want to look up their website, once again, it's www.keystonevalleyranch.com. Give them a shout, man. If you're in Pennsylvania, it's a place to be. Thanks, Ian.
Yeah, sure.
Thanks, Ian.
All right, thanks.
We are here in the Outfitter Hall at booth 5620 with Mr. George from Lake Douglas Outfitters. How you doing today?
Oh, great.
I mean, Uncle Buck, what do we have in front of us?
This is epic because this is something that is on my bucket list here, guys, and in this specific locale as well. So, George, tell me, what do you do?
I'm the guide for Lake Douglas Outfitters.
Gotcha. And what do you guide?
Moose and bear.
Moose and bear.
Moose and bear.
Well, what's got me pretty fired up is moose hunting in Newfoundland.
Yes. If you do a moose hunt in Newfoundland, you won't regret.
I hear a statistic. What is there, like 5 moose to every square mile, or it's something ridiculous in Newfoundland?
Yeah, there's a great number of moose in Newfoundland, and there's no question about that. It's only a small island, and I think it's somewhere in the vicinity of 120,000 to 140,000 moose that travel the island. And there's some, I mean, there's not Alaskan moose, but there are certainly big moose, some really big moose, yes.
And where there's moose, there's black bear, right?
Oh, definitely. Our black bears are most beautiful black bears anywhere in the world.
Now, are they the Bruins that get that little white mark on their chest?
They do, too.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, those are some big bears. What size? About 300, 400?
That's an average bear. This one here was a spring bear. That was a little over 400.
Oh, great. Now, you run spring and fall bear hunts?
Spring and fall, yes.
Okay, and we're hunting moose in September?
Middle of September to the last of November.
Oh, that's great. Yeah. Now, the one thing about Newfoundland for me is, how do you get there? Well, can we fly directly to Newfoundland?
Yes, you can fly into Gander, and I guess most people in the United States have certainly heard of Gander. Gander got an international airport, and it's where the planes, your planes landed during September 11th.
Just on that fact, just to give some credit where, and thanks to the good people of Newfoundland and Gander, they put up a lot of Americans, even in their homes, in their schools. Their world stopped as well that weekend, and it really took care of us. So
I wouldn't say it stopped. I think that it just went. It had a great boom. It did things for them, for these people. They met new friends. They made friends for life. But you have to keep in mind, some of these, they opened up their homes and left and went elsewhere and let the people, the Americans who they've never met before, to stay in their homes.
And what a spirit that is, and to tie that back into this great American outdoor show, and how we love, our podcast loves this show, George, because we make lifetime friends here within the community.
And that's great.
And it's people we can see year after year. If I wanted to, can I book a combo hunt? Is that ever possible with bear and moose, or is that kind of a hard thing to catch?
It's in your best interest to book a hunt that it's a combo hunt, but it's you buy the bear tag after you kill your moose.
Okay.
Because you can just buy the tag, and the tag is $400, and if you don't kill a bear,
right,
then you're only out the $400.
Right on.
If you do kill the bear, then you pay the extra $5, which is the cost of the bear hunt.
Okay.
So it's a little bit to your advantage to do it that way.
Gotcha.
Whereas if you book the bear and moose combo, and if you don't get your moose till Friday, you haven't got time to, and then you're out that $900.
Gotcha.
Now,
Thank you.
What kind of accommodations do you have?
We have a lodge that is second to none. It's more of a hotel, motel type of building. It's 120 feet long by 30 odd feet wide.
Okay.
And it has everything into beautiful beds and that. So the accommodations are excellent. Okay. Excellent accommodations.
So you're not roughing it.
No, you're not buying any. I tell you what, we're probably a little bit unique that we have a lot of ladies that travel with their husbands.
Okay.
They don't just come to be there with their husbands. happens during the hunt,
Gotcha.
And they enjoy it, and they go out. In fact, my wife takes them to different locations, and other people take them to different locations to make sure their trip is enjoyable.
Very good.
Yep.
We can find you. It's Lake Douglas Outfitters.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
You have a website?
Yes, we do.
It's lakedouglas.com.
Yes.
You can get a hold of you that way. You're at the show.
Yes.
And anything else you want to tell our listeners?
Well, we're at the show every year, and I have to say to our listeners that if you book a hunt with us, you will not be disappointed.
Oh, great.
Yeah, there's no question about that. You will be. Your shot opportunity is great, and for moose and or black bear. So
awesome.
You'll certainly be. It's enjoyable and rewarding. No question about it.
Very good.
Yeah.
Thank you, George.
Thank you, George.
Appreciate
You're
it.
welcome, gentlemen.
He is in the Outfitter Hall at 5620. Thank you again.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, George. Rig 'em weedless.
Hey guys, we are here at Boulder Basin Outfitters, booth 5715 in the Outfitter Hall. We're here with Carl, the owner. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what you guys offer at Boulder Basin Outfitters? I mean, looking at the pictures, it's
a little bit
wide
everything,
array
right?
of everything.
Yeah. We offer pretty much backcountry horse experiences in Wyoming. So June through Labor Day, we're doing fly fishing trips, camping trips.
Nice.
In the backcountry, the wilderness areas like Jackson to Cody to Jackson, Du Bois do long extended trips, and then we offer hunting trips in September through December for elk, deer, all the big game species in Wyoming.
Awesome. Now, if somebody, I know elk tags are quite difficult to get. If somebody wants to go hunting with you guys, how's that process work? Do they have to obtain the tags and everything on their own, and then they come to you?
How I do that is, they'll say, for instance, want to book a hunt in 2019. In Wyoming, it requires preference points to have an opportunity to draw a tag. So right now, I think 2 preference points would be a 100% draw in certain areas, in that one of my areas. So, the hunter or client would book with us, and then we have them get preference points, and then the year of their hunt, we help them do the license application and do the whole process to make sure they get the right license and everything works smoothly.
So it's not a big deal then?
It's not a big deal,
fairly
no.
straightforward.
Wyoming's pretty simple once you understand the process of it.
So it seems like what's unique to your service is you provide, this is all horseback, right?
Yes.
It's a camping, tent camping. How does that work?
Well, we have a permit for where we're allowed to camp, and so we're in a wilderness area. So in Wyoming, non-residents have to have a guide on the wilderness area. So what we're providing is, the whole sort of lodge experience out of a wall tent.
That's awesome.
When you pack in our camp, we have wall tents with cots and stoves in them, and then we got a large dining tent. We have cooks and wranglers and the whole works that cater to you and make your experience the best possible.
Wow. How many people typically can go on a hunt like that?
I typically keep about 6 clients a week in my camp. So.
Wow, that's nice. So do you keep your camp set up?
We'll set it up the 1st of September for hunting, and then we'll tear it down about mid-November.
Man, that sounds like a lot of fun.
Now, the areas that you're hunting, is that private land or is that public land?
It's public land, wilderness area.
Man.
Awesome. And then I see some pictures of mule deer here as well. You guys also guide for mule deer as well?
We do. Yeah, we do it in a little different area. We more a ranch-style hunt. We stay at my house. We're still hunting forest and wilderness areas.
Yep.
But we day hunt, so we go out, hunt for the day, and then return to a lodge at night.
Awesome. And then the trout fishing trips, is that typically fly only, or can you bring your own spinning tackle, or how's that typically work?
Yeah, you can bring your own spinning tackle. It's not as easy in a lot of places to spin fish because the streams are a lot faster.
Yep.
We're an Orvis endorsed operation, so we'll do the full teach you how to fly fish and do the whole works.
And how long of a trip is a typical fly fishing?
Most fly fishermen are going to do a 5 or 6 day trip.
Okay.
Because typically what you have is you'll have a day in and a day out, at the end of the trip. And then you'll have at least 3 or 4 days to relax, fish. We can take day trips from our camp to fish different waters or hike or whatever.
Okay.
Well, that sounds great.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you.
And then the fishing side of things, I guess they would just have to obtain a fishing license. How's that usually work? Is that like a 7-day or limited day out-of-state license?
Yeah, you can buy, I think, per day, and then you can only, buy on certain days. So if you were not going to fish the first day, then you could go and, pick, I'm going to fish this day, and this day, and then write it out. And,
How long have you guys been coming to the show here?
10 years for me.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So I was here before, when the other organization.
Before the NRA took over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Wow. Well, that's great. We're local. We're all local here. So well, I'm sure we've crossed paths once or twice before.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
So back to the trout here real quick. This is a beautiful picture of a trout. Is that a brown trout?
No, that's a cutthroat.
That's a cutthroat trout.
A Yellowstone native cutthroat.
Oh, my goodness. Wow. We don't have cutthroat trout in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
No, that's a beautiful fish.
Yeah, that is a beautiful fish.
So, Carl, somebody wants to book a hunt. If they say they can't get down here to the show, what's the best way to get a hold of you?
Probably the best way would be go to my website, boulderbasinoutfitters.com. Okay. And then there's links on there to my email or my phone number, contact, and they could call and get more information that way.
Sounds good.
Perfect.
And I also have a website for my summer trips. It's WyomingSummerPackTrips.com.
Cool.
Awesome.
Thanks,
Carl.
Thank you. Thanks for stopping by, guys.
Our pleasure. Again, guys, that is Boulder Basin Outfitters. Thanks, Carl.
Thank you.
Hey, guys, we're back. We're down in the Outfitter Hall, and we're with Okeechobee Outfitters. We're with KC. KC, welcome to the show, buddy.
How you doing? Welcome aboard, bud.
Listen, these guys are down here. Then I walk by. They have alligators. They got bobcats. They got pigs down here. They got hogs. But I mean, I want to talk about the alligators. But they have wild boar, alligator hunts, Osceola turkeys, which is on my bucket list.
Yes,
they got largemouth bass fishing, which we've already known from being in Florida is some of the world-class bass fishing.
Yeah.
And I can even go on and on about the alligator hunt. But real quick, let's start with one of our passions up here. Tell me about bow fishing in Florida.
Oh, bow fishing. Shooting a lot of tilapia. We're doing it out of the airboats, so people who've never been on the airboats absolutely love it. Yeah, I mean,
wow.
Yeah, so we got we're using the lights, sea lights, the sea light bars.
Yeah.
Yep. And we're shooting probably. We had one night we were hitting 645 pounds of tilapia in 3 hours with 3 shooters.
Wow.
I mean, so we're filling coolers.
You're shooting.
Yeah.
And keeping Bengay and steady supply of customers. That's for sure. That much shooting.
We need to invent a bow that we can actually bow fish that much, because I don't know. That's a lot of shooting.
If we go down there, I'm going to have to start working out and going to the gym, guys.
No doubt, you'll wear out.
So you're 2 hours south of Orlando, is that right?
Yes, sir. 2 hours south of Orlando. We're 30 minutes from the town of Okeechobee, 25 minutes from the town of Sebring.
I got you. Now, not taking a step back, but we're taking a giant leap forward. I'm here to talk about alligator hunting. I know you offer a lot of things as a guide service, but I specifically always wanted to go alligator hunting. Walk me through. I call you up. I say I want to go alligator hunting.
Mm-hmm.
What happens?
All right, so the alligator, September, October, we do it by the airboat, or if you're doing a big gator. So you call me up, you say, hey, I want to kill a gator. September, you can roll in. We'll get you settled in the camp. We'll get your gun sighted in. We'll go do a hog hunt that evening, and then we'll come in, eat a big dinner. We do all wild game dinners. Get you in the camp. We're off the front porch. Our airboat, we blow right out of the side of the porch.
Nice.
You know what I mean? We go right out on the river. And so we run dry ground for a little ways, and we'll hit the water, and then we start your hunt. We use them with crossbows is what we're mainly doing. Crossbows, or if you're a compound bow hunter, we have the arrow set up for that as well.
Okay.
And so if you're saying, hey, I want to kill an 8-foot gator, that's what we're going to hunt for. We'll fall back on a 7-footer if we need to. So once we get you in the boat, I'll have you in front of me. I'm driving the airboat, and whoever beside you, you got your line in the bucket. And so we start off, and we'll see hundreds and hundreds of 6-footers. I mean, you're seeing game the whole time, So it's not. So you're mounting your gun ready. Every 2 seconds we're checking gators. We find the right size gator. If he doesn't cooperate, he goes down. We'll work him. We know where he's at. So I'll act like I'm leaving, turn back around. He'll pop back up. He might go right back down. So we'll just keep on.
Cat and mouse.
Yeah, cat and mouse. So eventually he's going to get tired of going back down.
My heart's racing, Casey. I feel like I'm there, man.
Yeah, so eventually he's going to get tired of going down. He's going to try to make a run for it. Well, when he makes that run, we slide up behind him, and boom, there's your shot. You shoot him with that crossbow, and as quick as you shoot him, you're handing off the crossbow and you're grabbing that line, and he's going to try to take you to the deepest, nastiest hole he could find.
I'll take you to the hole.
He's taking you to the hole.
No, it's true, dude. It's been a dream for years. We've been coming to the Great American Outdoor Show, and I've seen gator mounts here before. I walked by this one, dude. That gator you have up front, the full life mounted gator right up front for all the people here to see. That's a mega bass in its mouth.
With the 8-pound bass in his mouth.
Oh my goodness, 8. That's like a 12.
Yeah, he was 10. He was 10 pounds. Yeah.
Okay, so we'll split her.
Wow.
So what do we do with this gator once we wrestle it in?
Oh, so once you stop him from going to the hole,
yep,
we'll wear him out. It takes, some gators it takes 20 minutes, some gators takes 30 minutes. Some, if they spine them, it's kind of a.
Yep.
He's already toast.
Yeah.
But so once you get him wore out, we'll get him up close to the boat and we'll bang stick him.
Yeah.
And then we'll load him up and hunt the next gator. If we kill our gator early, a lot of people are like, oh, we want to make a night of it. We go ride. We make it experience. We're all about the experience out there. We'll cut off the motor in the middle of the marsh, let you hear the orchestra out there. It's just amazing.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah. Oh, dude,
we were down where we were just down in Florida, and we got a chance to get down at night and walk out onto a dock pier-like thing in the middle of the Everglades and hear some of that.
Oh yeah.
But we weren't out far enough to get it.
In the thick, we weren't. Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing. Like we got to kind of hear the concert, but it was like I think you're not there.
You want to be in it.
Yeah.
Once you cut off that motor in the middle of it, man, it's.
So we can come down for a combo tilapia bow fishing, boar hunt, alligator hunt, and kind of do it all while we're down there.
Yes,
How
absolutely.
long's a typical trip? What do you guys book with you for?
Our gator package is it's $17.50. It's for 2 nights and 3 days of hunting.
And they stay with you at a lodge.
At a lodge, yes. We could accommodate up to 22 people. Of course, we don't pack out the camp like that. We space everybody out.
Absolutely.
But so first night we'll get our gators killed. Second night you want to do some bow fishing. If you haven't killed your hog yet, during the daytime, I always make sure everybody gets their animals. If I have to take you out and shine a hog or infrared, we got infrared with a night sight. We do whatever it takes to get your animals.
I don't know why we're not living in Florida. And on the flip side of that, we always say, I don't know why we're not living in Canada. So if you go north or south, it seems to be amazing.
I like the weather south.
But it's amazing around here. We're just used to it.
Just saying, it's different.
Yeah.
Like we don't get to bowfish tilapia, hunt gators. We don't get to catch northern pike by the handfuls. It's just, it's one of them things. Grass is greener on the other side, and it's always nicer to come home and lay in your own pasture. But I traveling wise, I think Florida's one of my top favorites so far. The trip last year was one of the
amazing.
best.
Yeah, and we hunt. Year round. We have something to hunt year round. That's what I love about it.
The weather year round. You can fish year round, right?
Yeah.
You can bass fish year round down there.
Yep.
Do you have it's kind of just a fantasy thing, but do you have the pythons? And
yes, we do. We're starting to offer that this year. We got a guy that's a licensed trapper, and he's got access to every piece in the Everglades where we could get in there and start offering the python hunts.
We heard some about that when we were in Florida, that they hunt levees and stuff.
Yep, that's what that guy does, and he specializes in it. He does it he does it 2 nights a week, I think, is what he averages. But
I think we found our Florida outfitter, Mr. Casey's gonna. We can do it all, Will, in one place.
Is that okay that we adopt you, bring you into our family?
Adopted.
You're going to have seven new best friends.
KC, buddy, thanks, man. I really appreciate it.
Appreciate the time, buddy.
Yes, sir.
So if somebody wants to get a hold of Okeechobee Outfitters, where can they find you guys at?
You could go to guidedhunts.com. We got a website there.
Hunting?
Yeah. Yep.
Guided-hunting.com.
Okay, gotcha.
You can check us out there on the web. We have a Facebook page, Okeechobee Outfitters. You can contact the office. I got the numbers 863-655-2454.
Gotcha. Get down here to the Outfitter Hall, guys. He's in 5600 Al. And check out KC. Tell him that Rutten River sent you. And check out that bass that's in that full-size gator mount because it's phenomenal.
It won't disappoint.
You know what I'm about to do? I'm about to get my picture of that.
I think I'm going to have to too.
Yeah, here, let's do it.
Yeah, appreciate it, Casey.
Yes, sir. No problem.
Thank you very much.
No problem.
Rig 'em wheelers.
Hey guys, we're in the Outfitter Hall, and we're at Muddy Marsh Outfitters, booth 6131, and we're here with TJ.
Yes.
How you doing, TJ?
All right, how are you?
Great.
Good.
Great.
Going, TJ.
So,
right.
TJ, you guys have a very unique experience not too far away from Harrisburg here.
Right.
And we're talking with TJ about the Sika deer.
Right.
So, you tell us a little bit about these guys.
Well, they were introduced to Maryland in 1916. Supposedly, Clement Henry, I believe was his name, got them from a circus. And then he kept them just for a little while, and then he released them onto James Island, which actually at the time was just a point. And from there, they took off. And they're regulated by our Department of Natural Resources. We don't have any say or anything like that over them.
Sure. Well, and they're really, really cool. They look like just a smaller deer, and their horns go pretty much straight up off their head.
Yeah. Actually, they're in the elk family.
They are.
Yeah. They whistle or bugle. We call it a whistle. The does will chirp, bark. Well, they're in the elk family.
Wow.
These are I think there's 13 existing subspecies of Sika deer.
Holy wow.
But these are Service Nippon Yakushima. They're from Yakushima Island off the coast of Japan.
Wow.
Interesting. Now, where exactly are you guys located in Maryland?
On the eastern shore of Maryland, below Cambridge, Maryland, Blackwater Refuge on down Golden Hill area.
Yeah.
Part of.
Nice area.
Yeah.
So you're here booking guided trips, I guess, right?
Yeah, right.
And how does a typical hunt go with you guys?
Well, it's just all we do is bow only.
Okay.
Archery. We got a 2-day minimum, but most of the hunters are 3 days. You come down. That includes your accommodations. You bring a bedroll, things for the shower, and then what food you want. Kitchen there, everything they need is right there.
Okay.
And then we pretty much just take you out in the morning. We take you right to the stands, and then in the evenings, we stay out to about 10 and then come back and go back out in the evenings.
Oh, so you hunt basically twice a day?
Yeah, morning and evenings.
That's cool.
Middays, they slow down a lot. They're a little bit more, a lot of people say they're nocturnal. Well, they're not they're a little, I always say if a whitetail comes out at 5:30, he comes out 20 off.
Yeah.
They aren't as nocturnal as people say.
Interesting. Yeah. And what's the typical bow season run for?
It runs around September 8th till January 31st.
Okay.
And then there's we take a 2-week break during the gun season. We don't mess with the land. We just
hang out.
Let everybody run them onto us.
Cool. So the typical success rate down there is?
We run right around 48% shots.
No kidding.
That ain't kills. I mean, that's shots taken. That's all we can do. We can't kill them for you.
That's about half. That's not bad.
No.
Wow. And these are, like Will said, these are very unique. I mean, is there any other place in this area where you can hunt these?
We did research. It's been several years back with the Smithsonian Institute. Our DNR always thought these were just Service Nippon. And since they were small, they just thought, and so few of them, they just thought that's the way they were. Then whenever the Smithsonian did the research, they found out that these weren't. They were Service Nippon Yakushima through DNA and genetic testing and stuff on them. And they told us that this was the only known place in the world you can legally hunt this subspecies is Maryland, Virginia. There's some on Assateague Island in Virginia also.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, right in our backyard.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
How's the show been going for you guys?
Good. Yeah, I can't complain. We're booked up for the year. We've got about a 70% repeat business, so we book up pretty quick.
Wow.
Guys are trying to pretty active to try and get their Sika deer.
How many deer can one person take?
You're allowed one buck and one doe.
Okay. Is it difficult to get tags for that?
No, you can buy it right over the counter.
Okay.
It's with your non-resident hunt license. It coincides with our whitetail season, and they don't count against your whitetail. Your whitetail don't count against your Sika. Separate bag limits.
Nice. Wow. Nice. Cool.
Awesome. Cool. All right, TJ. Well, where can they find you if they're looking to book a hunt with you?
You can go to muddymarsh.com or you can call 410-228-2770.
That's awesome.
Perfect.
Thanks for taking the
Thanks,
time.
TJ.
With us.
Yeah,
Hey,
thank
no
you,
problem.
TJ.
No problem.
Appreciate it.
No, you're welcome.
All right, we're back in the Outfitter Hall, booth 6336 with Tomah Mountain Outfitters, and we got Joe with us. How you doing, Joe?
I'm doing fine.
All right, that's good. How's the show been so far?
It's been going good.
It's crazy in here today, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Lots of people coming around.
Yeah, they are. Joe, where's Tomah Mountain located at?
It's 90 miles northeast of Bangor, Maine, around New Brunswick border there.
Okay.
Lodge is set right here.
All right. And what's the best way for people to come up? Do they like to drive up there?
Well, some drive, some fly. But we're 38 miles off of the interstate to the camp off of 95, or they can fly into Bangor.
Bangor, Maine?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And what are the bear seasons? It's 2 seasons in Maine, correct?
Well, we have only a fall season in Maine.
Okay.
It starts August 28th and goes to the end of October. First 4 weeks we hunt with overbait. Then we hunt with hounds after that.
Okay.
Yeah. Then in the spring we hunt New Brunswick, Canada, right across the line.
Okay. All right. I knew that's right. I was getting things crossed.
That's
there.
a nice long season then, isn't it?
Yeah. We hunt 7 weeks in the spring and about 8-9 weeks in the fall. Yeah.
Wow. That's great.
And what's an average bear for you guys up there?
Well, we have a lot of small ones shot and a lot of big ones shot. Some people shoot the first thing comes in, but average you'd say 200, something like that.
Okay, that's a good sized bear then for an average.
Yeah.
It says you have a 2-bear option in the spring, and that's in
Canada,
New Brunswick.
Yeah, you shoot your first bear, and it's $700 extra to shoot your second bear.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Now, up in your parts, are we running into the Bruins with a nice white patch on them and everything? I know a lot of guys are really a big plus for them.
We kill about 4 or 5 a year like that, and then we have we killed 2 that was color phase last year. So.
You did?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So what are the hunts that you're selling here at the show today that you're booking? How many days?
It's a 5-day hunt in Canada, 6-day hunt in Maine.
How long was your hunt, Will, when you went to Canada?
Oh, I did a quick. You
were in and out?
Yeah, I did. But what's a typical bear hunt kind of scenario look like?
What takes place? Or?
Yeah. Bring the guys into. Guys get into camp. What can they expect?
Here's at least 350,000 acres in Maine in the fall.
Oh, my.
The lodge is right here. And the hunt includes we take you out to the stand, bring you back. Mm-hmm. It includes home-cooked meals, lodging. We run 150 bait sites, so I'll have 2 to 3 bait sites per hunter. And I have 4 other guides working for me.
Wow.
So we take you out, bring you back, skin, quarter, and freeze your bear. Then there's an 800-acre lake across the road from camp I keep boat motors on. And then I got bait set to hunt coyotes on. So all that's keeps the man busy.
Yeah. Not a small operation.
Yeah.
And you said 350,000 acres.
Yeah.
Holy cats.
Buckets, man.
Yeah.
That's a lot of land.
Yeah, I'll say.
A lot of land.
What else you do up there other than bear hunts?
We do moose hunts, but that's by drawing.
Okay.
And then we do white-tailed deer hunts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thing that kind of learned whenever I was in my time up there in Maine was the body weights on your deer are significantly bigger than ours.
Yeah. A lot of the deer will go close to 300 pounds.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's what I heard. Just big deer. Yeah.
Wow.
We don't have them quite that big down here.
No.
Yeah.
So, Joe, I appreciate this. What for guys that want to book some hunts with you, how can they get a hold of you?
Well, through Tomah Mountain. That's TomahMountain.com.
That's TOMAH Mountain.
Yeah. And then the other one in Canada is NewBrunswickBearHunts.com.
Easy enough.
Yeah, very cool. Thanks a lot, Joe.
Thanks a lot, Joe. Appreciate your time.
Right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Rick and Weedless.
Hey, guys, we're in the Outfitter Hall with Horn and Antler Safaris. Guys, they're out of New Zealand, and we're with Craig and Jenny.
That's right.
That's right.
So
Jenny Craig, can't forget. It's a big thing in the United States. Want to lose some weight? Come to New Zealand. Jenny Craig weight loss.
Yes, they start big and then they end up little.
Actually, you'll go home a few pounds heavier. Yeah, we like to feed our people up and give them a good time.
Perfect.
So, yeah.
Perfect.
We like to eat.
There you go. So do I. That's why I come to America every year.
Hey, there you go.
Your portions are really big. I love it.
yeah.
Oh, boy, get to those buffets.
Oh, yeah.
Yummy.
We got plenty of them,
Yeah, especially the seafood ones.
Give him a plate of prime rib and mashed potato and he's happy.
We're into it.
So what can it looks like there's a lot of different species, a handful of different species, but there's nothing like that in our in the United States.
Nope.
What are we going to get into whenever we come over to New Zealand?
Well, the main thing you're going to get into is some of the best scenery you've ever seen anywhere in the world. We've been rated for the last 5 years the #1 destination to go in the world is New Zealand.
Sure.
We've always been rated as the best country for red stag because we have some of the best genetics in the world when it comes to red stag. So we have the red stag, we have the Himalayan bull tahr, we have the alpine chamois. They're both mountain animals, so if you like mountain hunting, you're into sheep hunting over here in the United States, and you're looking for an affordable a mountain hunt, well, chamois and tahr is the next best thing to hunt big sheep over here. And it's a great hunt. We have fallow deer, which is a nice animal. We have Arapua rams, we have alpine goats, we have lots of small game. Great thing about New Zealand is we have no predators, so we have nothing to control the animals bar man. We get to hunt 365 days of the year, 24 hours a day. We live in hunting paradise.
Are you accepting immigrants?
Do we take immigrants?
Yeah.
Maybe from the States.
For a wee while. We got this island just off the country, and if you're no good, we put you on there and lock you up so you can't get off. You're surrounded by sharks, stuff like that. So, I mean, it's a really great place, and it's a friendly place for the family, the wife and the kids. It's not all about hunting. It's about bringing the family over, spending some quality time with your loved ones. There's a lot of sightseeing things to do. Just the scenery alone is going to blow you away. We have some of the best vineyards in the world. We've got great wines. We've got awesome beer. We've got all the adrenaline junkie stuff that you can possibly think of. Incredible. If you want to tie a rubber band to your legs and jump off off a bridge, you can do so. If you want to leap out of an airplane with a plastic bag, you can do so. If you want to jump off, go down a river and whitewater raft, we've got that. There's so much to see and do in New Zealand. It's not just hunting. It's touring.
No snakes, no spiders, no wolves, no coyotes. It's perfect.
Nothing's going to eat you or bite you, or apart from the locals. They might bite you a wee bit. But,
long night,
we're an English-speaking country. It's very safe. It's a great place for the family to come.
That sounds wonderful.
Very safe. 4.5 million people total. And that's between 3 islands. Most of them live in one city, which is 1.5 million in Auckland.
Sure.
And then you've got Wellington's a pretty big population, but the whole of the North Island itself is about 3 million people. The South Island's about 1.5. So
wow.
South Island's where it's at, people.
That's
South
wonderful.
Island.
So when we get into camp and we're looking, what's a red stag hunt kind of? Run us through that situation.
How we go about doing it?
Yeah.
Okay, well, it's really important for people to know that all big red stag hunting in New Zealand is done high fenced. Okay, it's not free range. We don't have that quality of animal running around anymore. And then you have different sizes of high fence. So the operation that we run is 5,000 acres of mountainous country. Flatten it out, God knows, 10,000, I don't know. And it's very challenging terrain. It's not a little 100-acre area or anything like that. So it's very important that people realise that red stag in New Zealand, big red stag in New Zealand is all high fence hunting, and you will work for your animal. Sure. So we sell them in different score brackets by gross inches. We created Club New Zealand Red Stag Hunts 4 years ago, which is 4 score brackets of red stag combined. We're the only ones in the world doing it. So you get to shoot a red stag from 360 gross inches up to 440 gross inches. They're huge stag, and we do it for one flat rate price, whereas everyone else will say, I want a price for 320 to from 360 to 380, it's this much, and then 380 to 400, the price is higher, so on and so on. It's not hunting. We wanted to create hunting. We want you people to enjoy it, so we created Club New Zealand. It's really well worth looking into. We have a lot of people that have come and done it and hunted it, and the old saying, it sounds too good to be true. Generally it is, but I'm telling you right now, Club New Zealand, it's it's the real deal. And we created that for hunters so they can come and shoot a stag that exceeds their wildest dreams, and for a lot less.
Is there free range?
Yes, there is. There's free-range red stag. There's a lot of free-range red stag in New Zealand, but they're not big animals. They're little animals, and like I said, we can hunt 365 days of the year, 24 hours a day. It's pretty tough to get a good free-range red stag. You know, my biggest one, and I've hunted my whole life in New Zealand, and my biggest one is 180 gross inches. Hell of a stag. I'm over the moon with it. Yeah. But you know, you're not going to get a great big stag. You're going to get nice meat for your freezer anytime you like, but they're just little animals, little 120s, you know, 160s. A 300 gross inch wild red stag is a damn good red stag. You can't shoot them every day of the week though, because there's not that many of them out there.
Great.
Yeah. Now, how long would it take somebody to get over to New Zealand from the States? To fly to New Zealand? This is a good question, because everyone thinks, because we're at the bottom of the world, or one step up, as I like to say, that it's going to take you forever to get there. Well, it's not. San Francisco, LA, it's 12 hours direct flight, and you're in New Zealand. Wow. I mean, 12 hours from LA or San Fran. I mean, and they're doing it out of Houston now. They are. AirNewZealand.com is where you go and look for flights, and they are talking about perhaps direct flights out in New York, which would be great for this neck of the woods. Yeah. Right?
So I'd imagine you're going down around Antarctica?
No, not quite. No, that's coming in through the back door, Jim Bob, and that's going to take you a little longer. Okay. You don't need to go that way. No, you just
okay.
You just straight through. Straight around. Yeah.
Bypass Australia. Just come straight through.
This round Earth thing is killing me.
Oh, yeah. It does your head in. Yeah, I know.
I know.
Hey, well, you need to go back to the old days where the Earth is flat. You know, we drop off the side and we hit New Zealand. It's the next step down.
Sounds easy.
No, it's a nice flight.
It's a good flight.
And it's not the big killer everyone's sort of saying. Like I have a lot of friends that go to Africa and hunt. Now from America to Africa, you're 16 hours in an aeroplane flying. And I mean that's a killer. Holy hell, that's a killer. They need to put some platform up there in the sky that plane can land so guys can get out and walk around. You know? Put a hotel up there or something. But no, it's very easy to get to New Zealand, and it's not an expensive place to come to either as far as airfares go. The airlines are always doing specials. You know, we get here every year for 1,400 round trip. Really? You know, from New Zealand to States per person. So, there's been a little bit of misconception, if you like, of because we're so far away and we're at the bottom of the world that it's very expensive. The other misconception is that it's very cold down there, they seem to think. My God, no. It's cold up here in America. I mean, our summers are 35 degrees Celsius, right, which is pretty warm. It's in, 70s, 80s Fahrenheit. Our winters, we don't have the minuses like you guys, minus 23, 25, whatever. We, minus 10 at night Celsius, what's that, 20? 10 Fahrenheit?
We're not good at conversions.
I mean, you guys really need to get up with the rest of the world, guys. I mean, come on. You're still in pounds, you're still in gallons. You know, New Zealand's millimeters and centimeters and kilos and litres. I mean, eventually you will catch up with New Zealand because we are one day ahead of the rest of the world.
Do you have stones there?
Stones?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why, you want to throw some at me? I mean, we have stones there. What sort of question is that?
Oh, that's a unit of measurement.
Stones.
16 stones.
Stone? No. Yeah.
Kilograms.
We have on our scales, you mean? Our bathroom scales, you can go stones, kilograms, pounds, you know. But, yeah.
No, really the only stones we have are the ones we're going to throw.
Yeah, ones that we throw. People in glass houses shouldn't throw stones.
Oh, sure. I recommend that as well. So, it's been awesome. Thank you so much for taking time with us.
No worries.
And you come back year to year.
We're here every year.
So, guys, you're listening to this.
12.
You know, you got to find our friends from New Zealand, Horn and Antler, our new friends. We're keeping
new friends.
We promise we won't throw stones.
Yeah,
we're keeping you guys. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Everyone's like it in New Zealand. We're very friendly people.
Awesome.
So it's a great place.
But with us, it's come and have some fun and do a bit of hunting on the side.
Yeah. Well, you guys just gained 8 best friends, so.
There you go. We're going to get bugged every year. Look out, people. We're starting the Kiwi radio wave.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah. Awesome. Thanks,
guys. Thanks, guys.
We are down here in the Outfitter Hall. We're in row 5900. And these are real special friends, not only to Rutten River Pursuits, but me and Lacey have been coming down here and visiting these folks for years. And there's a lot of guides down here. There's a lot of people to talk to, but just really the salt of the earth, some of the most amazing, beautiful people that you can ever talk to. Welcoming and inviting in. And, on this one, Lace, I'm going to give this one over to you. Why don't you tell everybody who we have?
All right. We're sitting here in the Outfitter Hall. I'm with Hans. He's from Bergzik Game Lodge, and it's in Africa, and he is one of our favorite African guides to talk to.
Absolutely. Hi, Hans. How you doing, buddy?
Good. Nice to meet you again.
Where are you guys out of, Hans? Let's start with where you're located at.
Well, we are located in Namibia, and our owner ranch is located central Namibia, just about an hour away from the airport and the capital, Windhoek. That's where we are located, and we run a family-owned business there on 93 square miles.
And you've been doing this for a long time, because I've come to the show and I've talked to you guys for years.
Shane, yes, we've been at this show for 11 years. We have done it from when it still was Reed running the show, and then after the NRA. So 11 years, and being in the business of professional hunter and game breeding is about 20 years now.
That's amazing. And like a lot of people come down to this show just to see outfitters, to book their hunts for the years. You guys have repeat customers, I know, that come back to you guys all the time, and that really proves how much of a great outfitter you are.
Well, about 50% of the customers we book every year are repeating customers who come a first time, and then after a couple of years they come maybe to every second year or every third year. So that's good to know that at least we do some things right.
You do, absolutely. Lacey, whenever we came here and we first met Hans and we talked to Hans, I just want to hit on a fun point, because Lacey loves the cheetahs.
Yes. I love the cheetahs. You can check out their photo books that they have at the booth, and you can actually see their visitors to their lodge and with the cheetahs, like petting them and visiting with them.
Lacey always wants a cheetah.
Yes.
We still have that cheetahs. The history of the cheetahs is they had been picked up as little baby cheetahs, and we had raised them on the farm, and today they are so used to humans. We always take our clients for a day to the cheetahs to see how we feed them, and they can take photos on them. I have to say that's always a highlight of the trip.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Hans, when people fly into Africa, tell me what can they expect? Where would they fly into, and how would they get to you?
Well, to fly to Namibia, there's two ways you can do it. You can fly from any airport on the East Coast, like Atlanta, New York, or Washington, D.C., and you can fly to Johannesburg, and then from Johannesburg, it's an hour and 45 minutes to Windhoek. That's about a 17-hour plane trip to Johannesburg and another hour 45 minutes. Or you can break it up more evenly, and you can fly via Europe. If you fly into Amsterdam or Frankfurt, then you have a direct flight from there into Windhoek.
I got you.
And in the end, it almost ends up like 18 hours for both ways. Doesn't matter.
I got you. What kind of animals in Africa do you guys have specifically in your area to hunt?
Well, we have about plains game is what we offer in our area, mostly plains game. We have about 25 species of plains game what we can offer, from the kudu, gemsbok up to eland, waterbuck, sable, and roan. But altogether 25 species, and all those 25 species are on our own ranch. It is not a situation where if you want to shoot any one of these 25 that you have to drive off long distances to find them and come back. We believe in sustainable breeding populations. We only hunt in sustainable breeding populations, and those animals have been born on the property, grown up, and become trophies. We do not believe in the fact that what a lot of people do is they go and buy the animals just before the hunter arrives, the specific animals, and then it's been released on the property and been shot 2 weeks later.
Right.
We refer to that as put and take, and that is absolute nothing. We don't want to even be associated with put and take. We believe in hunting sustainable breeding populations. Absolutely. And I want to stress that is very, very important when people do their homework, when they have to decide on an outfitter and a place where to go and hunt. Make sure that you're going to hunt sustainable hunting populations.
Yeah, absolutely. Because if I'm going to pay money and come travel the whole way to Africa, I want to hunt real. I want to have a real hunt. The animals that grew up there and were born and bred, in the wild, and just grew up naturally in the wild. Absolutely, I totally agree with that. Hans, real quick, do you have anything like say I'm coming to Africa for the first time? What kind of things should I do? What kind of things should I do to prepare? Like, there's lots of things that maybe somebody wouldn't think of. Can you give them some kind of an idea of like a checklist?
Yeah, there's a checklist. I'm going to mention a few questions everybody can ask every outfitter at the show just to prepare himself better. The first question is make sure you do your homework and that you talk to the PH who lives in the area. And that it's not just the outfitter who doesn't live in the area and doesn't really know what you're talking about. Make sure you talk to the PH that knows the animals and who has grown up in the area of the animals that you want to harvest. And then I think it's very, very important to also make sure that the PH is a rested PH in the country where you want to go and hunt. He must be a long time a PH in that country with no criminal record and also be a member of the hunting association of that country.
Sure. Yep, absolutely. I find that very important.
I think also what's very, very important is when you talk to people, ask them if they do have a reference list so that you can go back, call up those references and talk to them about how they did experience their safari. I mean, by word of mouth is always our best marketing, and we are proud to tell people go and contact our references because that is very, very important for people who's going for a first time to Africa or to Namibia for that matter.
Sure. One of the questions that I would have coming over to hunt with you is, so I'm over there and we're having a great time and I harvest a nice animal. Can you tell them how they would get their taxidermy done or maybe ship the animal back?
Yes, we do have taxidermists in Namibia. I always recommend the people do the taxidermy work in your own country.
Okay.
So if we talk about the United States, use United States taxidermists. We will do the field preparation and the clean and bleach by taxidermists in Namibia, and then ship over the stuff, and then the final product must be done by the local taxidermist.
That's great advice because I would be lost on what to do. Absolutely.
Yeah, that would be confusing. Yeah.
I think it's just a situation that if the animal has been stuffed in Namibia and it arrives on this side and you're not really happy with some detail in the face or looking too much to the left or right or straight, you can't change it.
No.
But if you use a local taxidermist, you can always go up to him and tell him, I want it to be changed a little bit. I'm looking for more detail in the face. And then you don't pay him before you are not satisfied with the job.
Absolutely. And that goes with anything. Sitting down with the hunting guys here at the Great American Outdoor Show, you can come and sit with Hans, and that's the same thing. I mean, try to get down here to the show, and if I can sit and talk to you face to face, get to meet you like I have over the years, I know who I want to hunt with. I know who to trust. I know who's going to, you don't really know what you're going to get if you're going to have the taxidermist do it across the ocean, get it back, and you're right. Now it's too late.
Yeah, exactly. And one more question I think people always have to ask is this outfitter doing multiple safaris or is it only booking one safari at a time? You don't want to just be a number when you arrive on the other side.
I didn't even think about that.
You want to have personal attention because you are new in the country. You don't know what's happening and you don't want to be put out in a truck and there you go and there's not really good communication. And good communication sometimes fly out by the window when there's too many people in a camp.
Sure, absolutely.
So single safaris where there's one family or one group is absolutely the best way to go when you book a safari.
Gotcha.
And one thing I like about their lodge is even if your spouse isn't a hunter, they invite them along too, and they can do the photo safaris and things like that as well. And I know his wife would entertain the female of the group if she doesn't want to hunt. I know
or the male.
Or the male. We spoke before about taking trips into local places, markets to purchase souvenirs and things like that. So
because you want to go shopping.
I do want to go shopping. Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's what makes them maybe such a perfect destination for first-time hunters or for family safaris. The majority of the country is malaria-free, and where we are situated, we are malaria-free. So you can bring your kids, and you don't have to worry about any shots what needs to be taken. And like she said, there is if the family or the wife doesn't want to go and hunt out, there's plenty of other things to do. I have to warn you though that if you send your wife or my wife to the shopping, my wife is a professional shopper, so it's going to cost you money.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
and she's amazing too. Geraldine is amazing. Guys, get down here to the row 5900. We've spent a lot of years down here, talking to Hans, and even some of the guys. I want to, if Aaron's ever gets a hold of this podcast and hear it, we want a big shout out to Aaron's, one of your hunting guides, which is a super cool dude. Hans, we really appreciate it, man. I want everybody to come down here, book a hunt with you, go see Africa. If you're gonna do it once in a lifetime, make sure you do it right.
Yeah.
Do it right. Do it family oriented and get the experience that you want. And sit down here. Don't just take my word for it. Sit down here face to face, and he'll answer any questions you got.
Yeah, I think the most important is you cannot get enough information before you made a decision. Be well informed before you finally make a decision, because there's a lot of outfitters who will promise you anything, but they can't deliver. So, and that's why I always have a list of questions available for anyone who wants to have them, to take them with them when he walks away from me and ask those questions to every outfitter. It's just so informative, and it helps so much more to be better informed.
Yeah, and I think that just says a lot on its own, that he has questions to ask anyone, not only him, just to make sure that you're getting what you're paying for.
Yeah, I've never met another outfitter ever in my life that has a checklist of questions to ask you back. It just shows your level of professionalism.
Absolutely. And you can always tell what booth they're at, because they have one of the most beautiful booths. They have the dark wood with the zebra inlays and the beautiful tresses with the canopy and the stone veneer.
You can't miss it.
You can't miss this booth.
Stunning.
No, it's always one of my favorite booths.
Hans, I really appreciate you talking with us, buddy. We love coming by and seeing you every year, and you guys have a safe trip back. So if people want to find out more about you that can't be here at the show, how would they look you up on the internet? And
well, they can go, as our website is www.bassahunting.com, but I think I will also leave a contact number for you so that people can contact you and you can give them all the information.
We can do that.
Yeah, that's the way, and if the people don't make it to the show this year, we will be next year back at the same place.
And do you guys have Instagram or Facebook or any social media like that?
Yes, we do have. We have a marketing manager who runs for us our Facebook and our Instagram. There on the back you can see the Facebook address and the Instagram address. Maybe it's better if you read it out loud to the people.
Nope, and that's okay. What I really want you guys to do, because it is a pretty long Facebook page, is go right on www.ruttenriverpursuits.com, and I will have pictures of this on my website, and you can find this also on my social media outlets on Facebook and Instagram. I'll make sure I get this out so that everybody can see it.
Thank you very much, Shane. That's really appreciated. Nice seeing you again.
Hans, it's nice seeing you.
Nice to see Hans.
Hey, everybody. It's Uncle Buck here. We're in the Outfitter Hall with a special guest friend. I can't even call him a guest. He's a friend. It's a
family
friend.
even.
Amen, Elijah.
Family.
He's
a big fan of the show.
We are here, and I'm a big fan of them. I love to follow them, especially this past year through the rut, through the deer hunts this year. We're here with West Kentucky Buck Company with Elijah. Elijah, I don't even know your last name. Stewart. I just call you Elijah. Your family. I thought it was Elijah.
We don't need last names when we're family.
Yeah, but this is 2 years now that we've kind of got to hang out with you all week long. And how's your show been going, bud?
It's been going good. Talked to a whole lot of people, made a lot of new contacts. So made some contacts in Texas and Oklahoma, and we'll be guiding there as well this year. So
that's great.
Oh wow, man, that's great.
Very cool. So the West Kentucky Buck Company, for people that don't know, where are you based out of?
Christian County, Kentucky. Obviously, that's in western Kentucky. We are one of the top Boone and Crockett producing counties in the state. We are north of Hopkinsville, Kentucky, and Crofton.
Yeah. Some of these racks and sheds that you have here at your booth are nothing like I've ever seen here in PA. And I don't want to say is it commonplace, but it seems like it is with your pictures and your social media. The big bucks are where you are.
Yep, let them grow. Not shooting them when they're little is the main thing, but they've always got plenty to eat, and so that helps. And just managing your deer herd is what you're after.
How many? What do you lease land? Do you have?
Yes. Last year we leased around 2,500 acres. This year it'd be in the neighborhood of 3,500.
Wow. So you're growing.
Yep. Every year.
Yep.
Is the deer managed that well? Is it because you guys are managing it on your property, or is that a Kentucky-wide thing? That it's. I know your county's probably special to Kentucky, but is Kentucky?
It's pretty well everybody. Like even like when Kentucky first started being big, people were coming from other states, and they were shooting the biggest deer that they had ever seen, which some of them were 120s and 2.5-year-old deer. But now that everybody has kind of got over the first biggest deer deal, everybody's letting them grow, so it's pretty well a statewide thing. Eastern Kentucky this year was hit hard by EHD. Fortunately, we weren't, but we were lucky to not have to experience that. But keep the predators down and just help them out all you can. So,
gotcha.
Sounds good.
So if I would book a hunt to come down and see you guys at West Kentucky Buck Company, kind of take me through that,
All right.
When I come to camp.
When we get into camp, what can we expect?
So say that you've booked a 3-day rifle hunt, opening weekend. You'll come in on Friday. We'll take you down, let you shoot your gun again if you need to check it. Be hanging out at the lodge on Friday. Have a big supper that night, and your hunt starts the next morning. We take you to the stand and send you with the lunch or whatever if you're going to plan on staying all day, which is November's the rut, so we encourage everybody to sit all day. And then, hopefully you kill one that day and back at the lodge by lunchtime. But
I like the way you think there, bud.
Awesome. Now, does your rifle season run over the rut? Like, when is your rifle season?
Our rifle season is usually the second Saturday in November and runs to the Sunday after Thanksgiving. So this year it comes in November 10th, and the last day is the 25th. So,
very good. Now, when we book a hunt with you, is there any option to, you're all about the herd management, so I'm sure some doe are taken off.
Yeah.
Is there any, you say you shoot that buck first morning, and you're there for a couple days. Can you go back out?
You're allowed one buck and one doe with your tag. If you get ready to shoot a doe or have already killed your buck, we will take and put you on a farm that needs does shot. Some of our farms don't need any does shot, whether it be the neighbors beside us shoot enough does or whatever. But that's kind of how we do it.
It's understandable.
Now, is it all tree stand hunting? Is there ground blinds? Is there
a little bit of everything? We got tree stands, ground blinds, box blinds. Try to use mainly ladder stands because they're a little bit safer. But we do occasionally hunt out of lock-on.
Now, when does your archery season start down there?
Archery season starts the first Saturday in September, which is a velvet hunt. Last year we were pretty successful. We had 4 guys in camp. 3 of them killed. The one that didn't ended up missing a 135-inch 9-pointer.
Wow.
We killed a 207 and 5/8, 144 and 2/8, and a 164 and 6/8. So
wow.
Yeah. Will's over here choking.
Yeah, he's choking on those numbers over there. Golly.
Hey, man, that's awesome. So you definitely accommodate for archery. You accommodate from rifle season. Any muzzleloader, like a late season muzzleloader?
We've got an early season muzzleloader in October, which this year and last year it is it's towards the end of October versus being in the middle, which helps out because when it's warm, that can be a tough hunt. We've also got a late muzzleloader hunt in December. It's 9 days long, so when it's cold, then deer hungry and up on their feet. So
yeah, that's great. Well, Elijah, thanks so much for coming on, man. We always love to have the West Kentucky Buck Company on the show. It's always good to see you. How can people reach you if they want to book a hunt?
Y'all can check us out on Facebook as West Kentucky Buck Company. Instagram is WKBC Outfitters. Our website is WKBCOutfitters.com, and our email is WKBCOutfitters@gmail.com.
Awesome. Well, thank you, sir.
All right. Appreciate it.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
Get you some.
Yeah.
So, listen, I came back down here with Uncle Buck to the camping hall because we walked by this a couple times, and I thought it was like a must stop. It's Q Stoves out of Seattle, Washington, and we're talking to Lindsay. Is it right?
Yeah.
Lindsay, nice to meet you, boss.
Nice to meet you.
Dude, your innovative creativeness is really captivating here because you have multiple design sets here, and you've created all these.
I have.
So we're here at the Great American Outdoor Show in the camping hall once again. You have to get down and see these. Tell me what we have here.
You've got the only gravity-fed wood pellet portable heater in the world.
Right. So to give you a quick visual, and I don't mean to compare it, but if you were trying to see this in your mind as we're talking about it, the top of it almost looks like the patio heaters with them big propane tanks in them that are, clumsy and hard to, got to fill propane up. You run out of propane, they don't work halfway through your night. Those types of things, but that's what the top looks like, but the bottom's totally not like that.
Correct, yeah. It's got a 20-pound hopper that holds wood pellets for heating. And then it's gravity feeding down 2 tubes, and then it basically comes together right in the burn chamber, right in the middle. Mm-hmm. And that causes a backup into the pellets so they don't keep rushing down into the burn chamber. You're going to light that manually because igniters, we all know, go out, and there's no other problems that I can think of not having all those electronics in there.
Yeah, the better that you can just do things simple, the better. Yep.
Right. That's how this whole thing was meant to be. So when you light it, pellets burn 99.7% efficient. So they basically turn into dust when they're finished.
Heard about that. Yep, absolutely.
Yeah. So when they burn, they turn into nothing. New pellets are falling on top of that flame until it's empty. It runs like an hourglass or a bird feeder like.
Sure, absolutely. So what I want you guys to do while we're talking and you're listening to this, jump over to our social media page. We'll have a couple of pictures of these on at RuttenRiverPursuits.com, and we'll actually put a couple pictures at Rutten River on Instagram.
Yeah.
So anyhow, tell me, it's really neat. You actually came up with this idea and processed this at your place. Like you made these yourself at your place.
I had a few prototypes. Yeah. This is my 5th version, and because I found a failure in all of the ones prior.
Right.
If it's going to fail, break it and make it better. Amen. Find out where the weaknesses are. And I couldn't get this unit to fail. The Q05, the Q Flame 5, I just couldn't get it to fail. Kicking it over, bumping it with the car, knocking it over, even the flame didn't even come out the door. That's why the door is designed with a slide instead of a latch. And I basically beat everything out there on the market. I'm 72,000 BTU. I've got the longest burn rate for any other heater out there. My competitors are putting wood pellets into trash cans every 10 minutes. This is burning for 4 hours by itself.
And that's 20 pounds.
And it's 20 pounds. I add the hopper extensions, and now I've got sleeves that will carry a full bag of 40 pounds, and I'm going 8 to 10 hours. I'm sleeping all night now.
Yeah. And if I sit this out on the back patio and I'm having a party at nighttime and it's chilly outside, if we're all being around this thing, is everybody around it going to get a good bit of warmth off of it?
Oh yeah. I've got a 10-foot heating radius.
Really?
I'm melting snow in those kind of patches. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. This is a head-to-toe burn, not like propane where it's just all around at the top and you got to stand next to it.
Right.
This is head-to-toe, sitting by it, seeing a flame, and
which adds to the luxury, adds to the luster of it.
Yeah. Yeah,
You get a
I had to
campfire
make it
feel.
I had to make it just raw to where you could see the flame, feel it, because that's how a campfire makes you feel inside. So it's got that wood essence to it.
Oh, I was going to ask you real quick. Do you get the good smell, the aroma of some good wood pellet out of it?
You do.
Like a campfire?
You do, yeah.
Oh, that makes it 10 times better.
Don't use the Traeger pellets. It's only going to make you hungry if you use that.
Good friends of Traeger,
Yeah. We've got a barbecue attachment, and we've thrown the food grade pellets in there when we're cooking. The barbecue, if you're going to make a frozen pizza real quick, it makes it a wood fired pizza. It makes it that's more. It enriches it a lot.
So I can actually take this grill, pop it off, put the other top on it, and I have the patio heater, the deck heater, the party heater
with a grill accessory.
With a grill accessory.
With a grill accessory, it just replaces the top two sections of the chimney.
How can
now
you
this
beat
is
that?
this is grill temperature. This isn't meant to replace your smoker or whatnot. This
Right on.
goes from like 350 degrees all the way up to 700.
I got you.
And so it does not compete with smokers at all.
Correct, but it still gives you that nice wood flavor. You can put your flavored woods in there. I'm following you.
I still run out and throw burgers on that thing. Whenever we're
steaks, you name it. I mean, golly. I see another stainless steel accessory.
Oh, what is that?
That's my favorite. That's my favorite right here. What this is right out of the gate, my wife drinks a lot of tea and coffee and whatnot, and so I made this big giant flask. It holds about a liter and a half.
That's what I was just going to say, folks. This is the biggest stainless steel flask I've ever seen.
You like it, don't you?
And I like it.
This is like truck stop style.
Yes.
So we put a spout on it because right at the height that it sits on in the back of the unit, you can put a big 16-ounce cup underneath it, a pot or something. You can wash your hands. But it just heats up the water. It gets to a boil in here.
Well, if you have spare heat at the bottom of this, why not use it?
Right. And that's why I didn't make it to where the top needed to be used for water when I've got that back. And plus, it's a flask. It's cool. Everybody likes this.
It's Paul Bunyan's flask is what it is, guys.
Yeah, this thing's hanging off of the Blue Ox.
Yeah, definitely.
But, it's got a little latch on there at the top, so it's hinged. And when it's boiling, it gives a lot of steam out, and it kind of gives a little rattle to it.
I love it.
Like Grandma's house.
And so we made this, and it worked first day out. First try.
That's incredible.
That is
so cool.
Is this portable unit, is it something that's easily taken down and taken with you?
Oh, yeah. The whole thing only weighs 66 pounds. So you can lift off the chimney section, break it down in 4 pieces, and then the handles pull out, and then you just pick it up.
Oh, yeah, see the handles. So you can take this camping with you. You can have hot water and a grill with you and a night heater.
Yes, absolutely. This thing fits in the back seat of a Honda Accord.
I wish I would have thought of this, Buck. Why didn't I think of this?
Catfish,
it would have been no more cold nights at the river.
This is just another example of a vendor with one of those head-slapping inventions.
But he did it.
He followed through with his dream and put it into reality.
Lindsay, this is awesome.
This
now
is
I see,
great, man.
is that like an ash arrestor at the top? You got some screen in there, is that?
Yeah, well, you got to have some safety. And, there's really no spark or smoke
because of the wood pellet.
Because of the wood pellets. But
that even just gives it the aesthetic safety look. In case, not even that I think that you would need that, but it does give it that look of,
Every now and then you see a little shooting star come out.
Well, ain't that everything that's on fire?
Yeah, it does that to everything. But this thing really gives you a little nostalgic feel. I kind of made it look like a potbelly stove in the modern time.
I like how you did the laser cutout on the up pipe too, on the smokestack.
Yeah,
that made it really cool.
Yeah. Now that can be laser shot into something else. So if your football team or your store, your family name,
So these are customizable then.
Yeah.
Put R2 in there.
R2 with the man.
You know what would be really cool for this? And I'm just shooting out loud here the way that my brain thinks is, people that are building hunting camps and even in mobile homes now out of them cargo containers. While you're building, I honestly think that this would be an amazing thing for not even just a starter way to heat the place, but a mobile hunting camp. This thing would be perfect.
It's a camp stove.
Yeah, we're getting a lot of activity from guys that are, staying out in the forest and on their camp trips for days on end. Wall tents, it's perfect for it because nobody's got to wake up. And for shops and garages, for just, anything but the living room is basically drywall and carpet, not so much. This thing gets pretty hot and it's ventilated. It needs the ventilation.
But I could throw it on the concrete pad in the garage.
Oh, of course.
What do I need to run the pipe out the wall? Probably be the best. But
it would be the best, but it's got it's got 4 sections to the chimney. So if you need to bring the deflector down height-wise, you can knock this thing down a foot at a time, or 30 inches, and then keep it snubby.
Man, Lindsay, you got a gym here, that's for sure.
A lot of thought went into this and a lot of time.
How can people get a hold of you? How can they get online and order one of these? We're late in the show. It's going to be hard to get them down here right now.
Sure.
But how can they reach out to you to get one of these fine stoves?
Real simple. You can find me anywhere. My website, www.qstoves.com.
That's
on the
capital
contact.
Q. I'm sorry, Liz. Capital Q stoves.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then the contact page has my cell phone number, my email address, and that's basically the way to get a hold of me anywhere I'm at in the world.
Alrighty, everybody, take a look at our two websites for pictures. Take a look at Q Stoves websites to get even more information and contact information out there, folks. This is an incredible product.
If you do get down here tomorrow, come check them out. They're I call this the camping hall, or it's also called
Outdoor Lifestyle.
Yeah, they're in 3300 row. Yep.
Yeah.
Lindsay, thanks for sharing, buddy. That's super innovative. Dude, I'm real proud of you, man. That's that's amazing.
Thank you for sharing it with all of your listeners.
Thank you for spending time with us. We appreciate it.
Mm-hmm. See you.
Hey guys, we are down here at the Pink Rack Project at booth 4312. These guys have an awesome message that they're putting out there, and it's all for a great cause. I'm here with Jake, Lacey, and
Bobby.
Why don't you guys tell us a little bit about what the Pink Rack Project is and how it got started?
All right, so here at the Pink Rack Project, we're raising money to help women who are battling breast cancer. Instead of the money going towards research like most companies do, we're working hand in hand with the women and the family, help covering medical costs, gas, groceries, any household bills they might have, anything we can do to help make the process easier on them and their families.
That's awesome. And how did it get started?
So I started this 6 years ago. My background is actually working in a cancer center, and I lost my stepmom. She was 46 years old to breast cancer. So I wanted to do a one-time fundraiser, and that one-time fundraiser took place 6 years ago. We raised enough money to save Kelly's house from foreclosure. From that point on, we were invited to other events, and it just snowballed into what it has become today. And now we help women nationwide from our shows and through the sales of our products.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And you guys have a full range of products, anything from the rubber bracelets to t-shirts, tank tops. I think I bought hoodies from you guys before, decal stickers.
Yeah, we have pretty much anything you could imagine or want, and it all goes to support those women who are battling breast cancer.
And that's perfect. And it is really good-looking clothing, too. It's not just your run-of-the-mill, and it's nice quality as well. The fit's really good as well. So,
thank you.
Absolutely. So as a mammography tech, this is a company that's kind of near and dear to my heart. I really like you guys' message and what you're doing, and I just think it's a really awesome organization. 1 in 8 women will be diagnosed with breast cancer in their lifetime. It's the most commonly diagnosed cancer, and it's the second leading cause of cancer death among women in the United States. Each year, there's about 252,000 women that are diagnosed with 40,000 fatalities from it. So just in the U.S. alone, we have 3.3 million breast cancer survivors. I know a lot of people think breast cancer is just a women's thing, but men also do get it too.
Thank you for bringing that up.
Absolutely. Now, it's not quite as common in men, of course, but there's about 2,400 cases of breast cancer diagnosed in males every year, only 460 fatalities, so it's a little less lethal for the men, but still important for men to get checked out too. I perform mammograms on males as as well. It's just a little bit more pushing and pulling them into the machine. But a couple risk factors for breast cancer. Obviously, the number one risk factor is being a woman. Race also plays a factor. Caucasians are a little bit more high at risk. Age also, 2 out of 3 women are diagnosed after the age of 55 with the invasive type of cancers. Early menses, late menopause, hormone replacement therapy, not having any children, and also having the family history and the gene mutations is also a big player. But the technology that's out there these days, they have really awesome machines now. I know the facility that I work at the local hospital has the 3D imaging. We have the Hologic Selenia Dimensions Genius 3D. And I know a lot of women kind of come in, they don't really know anything about 3D, and it really is an awesome machine. Now, unfortunately, it's still compression. That didn't go away, and that's most people's biggest complaint. It's still the same positions, the top to bottom, side to side pictures we've always done. But with our new machine, it is going to take, instead of one singular picture, multiple slices of the breast. It's about a 3.7 second exposure, and the machine does like an arcing motion across the breast when you're in compression. So it's kind of similar to a CAT scan where it looks at the body part in layers or sections. It's just so much more thorough of an exam, especially for people that have that really dense or fibrocystic breast tissue. With the machine that we have, it's about 40% reduction in callback rates for additional pictures, and it's actually able to detect breast cancer a lot earlier. I think when the rep was in with us, it was 20 to 65% more invasive breast cancers compared to just the regular standard mammogram alone that it's catching. So really awesome technology that we have these days. So I encourage people, don't be in denial. If you think there's a problem, seek your doctor. There's no reason in today's technology to not get yourself checked. There's many programs out there, if you don't have insurance, that will give you the free mammogram.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. Anything else you guys want to talk about? Your products or anything else you do, or any other stories?
The products are fantastic, but the most important part is getting our message out there. So, early detection is great, but if you happen to be one of those thousands of women battling breast cancer, there's groups out there, including ourselves, that are there to help. We're here to offer the support. We travel around. We've dedicated our lives to doing this to simply help others. And so you can reach out for help. You can find us at pinkrackproject.com. You can also email us at Bobby, BOBBIE, at pinkrackproject.com. We have an application that you can reach out for. We'll get it sent out to you in the mail or via email, whatever is the most convenient, and get you in line for assistance through our programs.
Sounds awesome, guys.
Want to talk about the new thing we've been doing with the donations?
Yes, go ahead.
So instead of the donations, we're trying to find a family at each show that really needs the assistance. This year, the first day of the show, we met a family. It's a guy's mother-in-law. She's on her 4th bout with breast cancer, double mastectomy. Wow. She's got medical bills piling up left and right. No other organization is helping her with any of her bills. Wow. This week, all the money we're raising, we're giving directly to them at the end of the show.
Wow. That's awesome. So, and that's just through the generosity of the people who have attended the Great American Sports Show. So our cash donations we try to leave in each city. That's on top of what we donate through the sales of our product. So what Jake was talking about is just the generosity of the people who have come and attended the show this week. And we're projecting that we're probably going to be able to donate $1,000 to this family. That's awesome. That is just the generosity of the people who have come here to the show, which is incredible.
Fantastic. Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing, and it's kind of something that brings us to the show every year, is that sense of community. We see a lot of these same faces every year, and
yes.
It may seem big, but it's still a tight-knit community.
It is a very small community.
Yeah.
And when we come together big.
Yeah, and it's awesome organizations like yours that offer that support to people when they're in their biggest time of need. That is what makes all this awesome. And what we do makes it awesome for us, too.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, guys, if you can't make it down here to the Great American Outdoor Show, check the Pink Rack Project out on their website and donate there or make a purchase there. And thanks again for coming on, guys. We appreciate it.
We also have Facebook as well if you want to look us up.
Facebook, all social media outlets.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys.
All right, guys, we're wrapping up the show. You know what? It is Sunday. It has been an incredibly long show. We had a blast here at the Great American Outdoor Show in 2018. I saved one of the best for last. My new brother, my new Uncle John. Uncle John is like family to us now. We're down here at Swamp Creek Calls, and we're in the game hall. And if you look around, not just at Uncle John's place, a lot of the call makers here, a lot of their stuff's bare. They're sold a lot of stuff, so it's been a really great show. The NRA did a great job again this year. You have a good diversity of calls, Uncle John. I mean, I have my own personal favorite. The one that I like to personally hunt with is the multi-predator call. It's a small call. People look at it and go, that really don't do much. But it does everything. And so I'll take a picture of this on my social media in Rutten River so that you can see this call. It's my personal favorite to fox hunt with, coyote hunt with. It does everything. But Uncle John, what else do you got here, buddy? What all do you have?
Glass calls over slates, two-siders mostly. They rock a turkey anywhere in the United States. I'm out of Somerset County, Pennsylvania. We've got a lot of great turkey hunters, okay? And the birds are pressured. Nobody's having any problems killing birds with my calls, okay? Good. And I've got my calls all over the country, okay? So Florida, I get people sending me pictures from Florida, Missouri, Kansas, Oklahoma. I've got them in New York, Virginia, Vermont, which I didn't even realize they had a lot of turkeys. Vermont and New Hampshire's coming on big time.
Good.
I got my calls in Quebec.
New England's population's been picking up, so
absolutely,
doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah, but the calls work anywhere if you just take a little bit of time to play the call. And my glass calls all run wet with aluminum, okay? They'll run soaking wet. You can take full bore water and run on them, and they will run forever. Okay?
Absolutely. I actually killed a really nice bird with one of your aluminum calls.
But I have a lot of custom wood pot calls as well, and they rock a bird too. I've got a lot of predator calls, locator calls. I'll do a demo here on a crow call. Okay. Check this out, folks. They're lively calls. They don't break your pocketbook, okay?
I'll tell you what, I hope that comes through as good in the microphone as it does in my ears through these headphones, because it's amazing.
True crow. I locate with it. I also hunt crows, okay? All
right.
Here's an owl call. Very affordable call, okay? Check it out. I can't flutter my tongue in this call. If you can, it'll rock this call, okay? Anywhere in the country, okay? A little squirrel call, okay? Basic squirrel. I got guys knocking squirrels with that 2 and 3 at the clip.
I have one of these as well.
I need one of those 2 weeks ago, bud.
I drive the squirrels nuts in my backyard.
Yipper howler for coyotes. You predator hunters out there, I know the Fox Pros work here, but I've been hearing a lot of conversations from real experienced coyote callers, and they say that the digitals are kind of phasing out. The mouth-blown calls seem to be it this year.
Absolutely. Well, not only that, but it just feels it feels really good inside if you can call and communicate with the animal. If you can call it in with a mouth call,
right?
You know, I have nothing against electronic calls. I hunt with them, but if I can do it with a mouth call,
it's a little more personal.
It means a little more personal. A lot like turkey hunting with a slate call.
Yeah, you run that call versus pushing the button, it means something different.
Yep, absolutely. What's that one sound like, Uncle John?
This is a yipper howler, young dog, old dog. There's also a goose in here. Okay, very affordable call. So you don't
How do you
break
fit them all in that little piece of plastic
Check
there?
this
That's
out.
amazing.
Here we go. Here's a young dog. That's a young dog. Extended tube. You have an old dog in here. You'll pick a little rasp up. The goose. And there's a bull elk in this call as well.
Oh, get out.
All one call, ladies and gentlemen.
You shouldn't eat oranges when you play these calls.
Yeah, we were just eating oranges.
The multi-predator, the catfish likes.
Man,
There's a
when
demo on this.
you run this thing, it's amazing. I want to hear this. This
it's
is
hard
great.
on
It's
predators.
bar none my favorite call to hunt dogs with. Absolutely.
Gotcha. Here we go.
Listen Listen to that fawn bleat. Yep.
That's amazing.
That's it right there.
Alligator woodpecker.
Yep, they come out and smack. I mean, that's the call that I use. Wait, John, do that again. Uncle John, do that one more time. 4 foxes in one night just doing that call. Just doing that call. Yep.
That sounds awesome.
Then we have a songbird and a mouse on the small end. Give below. Flip it around, you have a Mac Daddy on the big side.
And this is a small call. It's only about 2.5 inches long, and he has just a few left down here, guys. I mean, I know it's Sunday, so if you're going to hear this, you're not going to be able to make it to the show. But Uncle John, where can they find you at if they want to buy these products? Because we got a lot of other calls that we could cover here. You got to go check out everything that he's got.
I have a website, www.swampcreekgamecalls.com.
And you can send these out if people buy them online. And you send them right to their house.
Yes, sir.
And proof is in the pudding, guys. I've knocked foxes down with this call myself. I've killed a turkey with Uncle John's calls. I keep coming back every year, and that's why we're family, buddy. You make some of the best stuff in the industry.
Thank you, brother.
Absolutely.
Thank you. John, thank you very much, bud. Appreciate it.
What a great way to wrap up the show down here. I don't know if we're really going to get that many other people. We got some family here, but, Uncle John's where it's at. Go see Swamp Creek Calls.
3803.
3803 if you're on your way here. Otherwise, check him out online, swampcreekgamecalls.com.
Yes, sir.
Thanks, Uncle John.
John.
Thank you.